Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video I'm going to talk about volumes 17 through 23 of My Hero Academia. So, it starts out on they're fighting Overhaul, or Deku goes and finds Overhaul and he's fighting Overhaul, and then he beats Overhaul. But like the whole build up to that, and like Lemillion lost his powers and the whole Lemillion fight, and then those like volumes 17 and through 18 are really good. I really like them. I don't like the next arc, the the festival arc, terrible. But the fight with Overhaul was really good. It was, Deku had to have the little girl Eri on his back to rewind his quirk and save him and help him the whole time, which was an interesting plot thing that had to happen because Deku will break all his arms and legs and limbs and everything if he didn't have that. And then the League of Villains, Toga and Twice were there for some reason, which made no sense to me why they were there, but they were. So that was an interesting thing, and whole Lemillion losing his power stuff. But then let's talk about the festival arc, where class A does a performance. They do a musical performance, but there's Gentle, and Gentle just wasn't a good villain in my opinion, and this arc was just dragged on too long, and Gentle didn't do anything. I know it's supposed to mirror Deku if Deku didn't get the powers that he got and got the abilities that he got and did all the stuff that he's done. That's what it was supposed to mirror, is like if he didn't get the powers, then he probably would have ended up like him and stuff, which I don't think is true. But like the setup with La Brava, the little girl, was more interesting than Gentle. But she asked the dude out, and then the dude said, ha, no, why would I ever want to go out with you? No, you're a creepy girl who stalked me, who has hacker abilities, stuff. But like, volume 19 was incredibly hard to read. It was so long, drawn out, and boring. And they killed him with music, but like, the music was done so much better. Obviously, it was done better in the anime, and I don't know, Gentle just never resonated with me, and the whole T thing was weird, and her power was love, which like boosted his quirk, but didn't really care. Like, there's nothing really redeeming about that arc, besides like the covers of the volumes are really dope, and I love that the writer Togashi or Koshi, something like that, does the whole like, the Endeavor, or the all for one mold stuff, and then all for one, the villain guy, his little lines were cool, and then the whole like hero ranking list was cool, and how Endeavor's number one now. Hawks seems like a very interesting character. I know a lot about him because of the anime, but he seems like a cool thing. And the whole volume 20, the first half of volume 20 was terrible, because it was all like, oh, we gotta stop him, we gotta stop Gentle, because if Gentle does this, then the whole sports fest, or the whole music performance, will be stopped, and Deku's late because he went to the thing, and what was me. It's like, so hard to read. But the ending, where they're like, it's starting to get into like the Endeavor starting his redemption arc, and like his battle with the Nomu and stuff, is probably some of my favorite stuff in My Hero. When it focused on Endeavor, and Endeavor became number one, and you learn more about the Shoto family, the Todoroki family, and how Endeavor had a son who had the flame quirk, and he died, and Endeavor, how he's been dealing with that, and how he abandoned his friend. He knew this was going to be a problem because his quirk was too strong, and how he had to deal with all that, and how he tried to get his family back together because he got in a fight with a Nomu, which the fight with the Nomu was incredible, and the fight was just, oh, it was so good. It was fire, and he barely beat the guy, and then he stands up and he puts his arm up and he's like, I really hated using this saying, but like, he says in All Might's line, and he won, and Hawks was helping him, and Hawks burned up all his things, but then Hawks turns out to be a traitor and stuff. Like, I loved all of that. I loved it. Because Hawks just seemed like kind of a tool, but then they're like, ha ha ha, he's doing this because he was told to do this, ha ha, he is the number 2 here. And like the washing machine guy, why is he in the top 10? But I really, really enjoyed that whole section of chapters. And then we got into the Class 1A versus Class B little fight. And that was interesting. But, like, Bakugo swept him, which was obviously going to happen. But you saw his progression and how he, has progressed and become better. Like, he's definitely more, skilled. And he's more willing to work with people, and he's like, I'm not going to take an L. I'm going to absolutely destroy them. That is what I want to do. That is what's going to happen. And I was like, okay, I like this. I really like this. I don't know. Deku's one was cool because we learned a lot. We're like, about his abilities and how he's I forgot to talk about this. The whole, I forgot what volume it was in. I think it was in 19. It might have been in 20. No, it would have probably been in 20. But where Deku has the vision of all the predecessors of him, and he freaks out and destroys his room, and then the naval laser guy comes and sneaks cheese to him. Oh, that was so creepy. So creepy. That guy creeps me out. He snuck onto his balcony and left some cheese. Oh god, that was awful. That was so bad. But I don't... He turned into a disco ball for some reason. That was a thing, Very good, I guess. I don't know. I didn't like it. It creeped me out. But he forms a connection with Deku because both of them don't know how to control their quirks very well. Yada, yada, yada. But, that happens, and then Deku learns that he has multiple quirks, and he unlocks Black Whip, and Momo fights the big sister of Class 2B in their little fight, and she attaches herself to her, and then she's like, I don't feel like I won, but they beat him. That was interesting. That was the one L they took. Then they got a draw, which I don't remember what really happened in the draw. But there's this Todoroki Ice, and then the Genium, I guess it is Ingenium, but it's Tenya. He got stuck in the ground, and they only captured one of each. The little horned American girl was there. That was an interesting fight. Deku obviously won. Shoto seems like he has so much more to work on. Everyone's surpassed him so much. But, all that was interesting. And then I always can't say his name very well. It's Shinzo, the guy who can brainwash people. I think that's how you say his name. He's a very interesting character because he's very similar to Aizawa, or Razorhead, whatever you want to call him. Very different and very similar in the sense that they have both quirks that could be used for evil and good. They're not fighting quirks. But very interesting in the end. And we started the League of Villains, chapters or volume stuff. And let me tell you, the League of Villains stuff is pretty interesting. Shigaraki's got to learn and become more powerful because right now he'd get washed by most people. Oh, he'd get washed by Deku. But he's got to evolve his quirk and become better. And then you got liberation war people, and how he just murdered the guy because he was making fun of him, and that was interesting, to say the least. Like, I really like that in the anime, so I want to see how it is in the manga, and it's pretty good so far. Gigamakia, the giant rock guy, and he's fighting him, and Dabi seems like he's up to stuff, doing things behind the scenes, setting up so much potential plots that I kind of know where to go, but also I don't know. I think the manga is so well crafted for the most part, besides, as I said, the worst arc in My Hero, which is the festival arc with Gentle, so bad. But, like, I didn't think the manga would be this good. I don't want to shit on it, but I really, really, really enjoyed the manga, and, like, the plot twist and the art is incredible, and I love almost every arc so far, besides the festival, and it's definitely picking up pace, like, especially in the anime, it really picked up pace here, but, like, then I know the next couple of arcs are supposed to be, like, really intense, really, good, and, like, they're some of the best arcs in the show, and, My Hero is ending, and I want to be caught up by the time it ends, so I don't get spoiled on everything. But I will probably do another video where I review I'm going to read probably 7 more volumes, and I'm going to make a video on that, because I enjoy these. They seem to do well. I don't know. It's a good series. And,